Tyler Gilman was scheduled to be the kickoff return man, but he is, as Jordan mentioned, still out with an injury. So hopefully have him back soon. Beautiful night for a football game, contrasting to last week. We started the season with all that rain and miserable weather. So here's Blumling's kick. It's a low line drive, going to be taken by Franco at about the 10-yard line, out about the 15 to the 20, and he's out across the 25-yard line. So first down and 10 coming up for the Golden Eagles. Will be on offense first, led by their senior quarterback, Tyler Golden. Golden completing only one pass last week, Gerard, but it was a big one.
Yeah, it was a touchdown to Donnie Conrad. I believe it was 8 or 9 yards out, and the only completion he made. They almost connected on a couple long plays, but just a little bit on target on the passes downfield.
And I'm sure that Coach Franco and his staff would like to get Gilman a little bit more into that, Golden a little more into that passing mode. Get in some completions and a little bit of confidence. All right, Franco straight up the middle run for about 3 to the 30.
Yes, just straight over left tackle that time. Brought down by Zach Reed, number 12 of the Bearcats. Let's call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
All right, second down for the Golden Eagles as they start off on the ground with the run by John Franco. He's okay. He had suffered some bad cramping late in that game against Bellwood last week, and I thought it might be a serious injury where he was limping off the field, but fortunately, it was just some bad cramps. High set on second down and 7. This time Gilman will hand it off again to Franco, I believe, and he has the ball for about 2 yards. Nope.
Tim Rohrer in on the stop that time for the Bearcats. Only a gain of 2 this time. They tried the right side of the offensive line, and pick up 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 at the 32.
All right, Golden is the senior for the Golden Eagles. Tyler Golden saw some experience last year behind Leonard Wilson, who was a 3-year starter, of course, for Tyrone. Again, the eye set on third down. Let's see if they do go to the air here with these 5 yards. They will. Golden looks for a receiver. He's got him. Out near the first down, and it is a first down. Out across the 40-yard line. Let's check on the number of the completion. It's Justin Schaub.
Justin Schaub, just a little pattern out in the flat, and Golden on target that time. It'll be a pickup out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 9 and a first down.
Nothing fancy there, just a little out pattern right to the near sideline, and you got the exact yardage needed for a first down. So first down and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Fresh set of downs to work with. Again, the eye set. It's Franco the tailback, and the pitch goes to Franco. Franco looks for an opening around the left-handed. He's got a little bit of an opening across the 45 to the 48-yard line. It's Johnny Franco.
A good hesitation move by Franco that time. It looked like he was going to cut it back, and he got the defender kind of to stop, and then he accelerated to the outside and got some running room around left end. And as you mentioned, after the 48, a gain of 7, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought he was going to cut inside on that run, but decided to go outside. He had the option to do that, and got some good yardage. So an 8-yard gain for the junior, Franco. Tyrone sticking with that eye set early in the game. And Golden set to call the play. Early first quarter action here on WTRN. This time the up back gets called, and not much there. Just back to the line of scrimmage, if that.
Yeah, Zach Reed, Steve Cressman in on the stop, but there's going to be no game for Johnny Barlett that time. He does get it back to the goal line, or to the line of scrimmage, I should say, but it's 3rd and 3 now at the 48.
So good defense in the middle that time for the Huntingdon Bearcats. No score first quarter. Tyrone with the first possession of the night following the kickoff. Perfectly clear skies here at Huntingdon tonight. Nice, pleasant temperatures as well. High set. Golden completed the pass on third down last time around. Let's see if it goes to the air again. Nope, going to stick to the ground to Franco, and Franco has the first down and more out across midfield into Huntingdon territory for a big gain for John Franco.
Yeah, he's pushed out of bounds.
Delivering effective services at the local level.
State Fire Commissioner Edward Mann testified.
On the 37. I wonder why they all run over here.
High set with the man in motion this time. And it's going to be play action. Pass is going to be complete to the near sideline for a first down. for Shane Tate.
And a nice pass time by Tyler Golden as he's been on target on the 2 pass attempts tonight. A little out pattern by Shane Tate. It's complete down to about the 25-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 13 and a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Well, we mentioned early in the game that we thought that Coach Franco might try to get Golden into the passing attack, give him some good confidence early in the game. That's what happened.
Exactly, Richard called it, and he's doing a nice job converting the play.
So fresh set of downs for the Golden Eagles at the 25-yard line of Huntingdon. There's another handoff to Franco, and he breaks the tackle again. He's down the near sideline. He didn't go all the way for a touchdown for Tyrone. He does. 25-yard touchdown run. Made it look easy. Johnny Franco down the near sideline, and there was no one near him.
Well, the Bearcats defense has 9 or 10 players in the box that time, and once Johnny Franco broke that, it was clean sailing. He went in untouched on that 25-yard touchdown run over right tackle.
Wow, Tyrone jumps out to an early 6-0 lead. So the extra point try. Schaefer does the extra point booting for Tyrone. I believe he was 2 for 2 last week in his first work as a place kicker.
Going to yell because he has a sore throat.
Yeah, right.
Justin Chop is the holder. And it is good. Tyrone jumps out to a 7-0 lead. And we'll be back with the Tyrone kickoff in 60 seconds. A nice high kick by Schaefer, a short one. Riley has it at the 10, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. He's out to midfield and going strong out to the 48-yard line of Tyrone. Good burst of speed there by Riley once he made that kickoff return.
He was going left about after he gained 5 yards, and he got the special team players of the Golden Eagles leaning that way, and then cut it out to the right, up the far sideline, and a big gain. So let's see, we have a flag. He returned it to about the 48-yard line of Tyrone, as you mentioned before he was pushed out of bounds, but we got a flag back at the Huntingdon 40.
Too bad, that's going to negate that nice run back by Riley. So the officials will be marching off a penalty, probably a clip or a hold against the Bearcats. Had the ball in Tyrone territory, took it from his own 10-yard line to the Tyrone 48, and it is going to be a hold, looks like. They march it off yet or not? Still waiting to march the penalty off. Curry on the run back. Fresh ball, no problem with balls tonight as far as wetness goes. I mean, they were changing a lot last week in that game against Bellwood. Now don't forget tomorrow, Penn State and Notre Dame, big game at South Bend, to say the least a big game. Penn State winning over Akron, and Fighting Irish having quite a struggle against Georgia Tech. Is that right? Was that Georgia Tech?
That's correct, Rich. Of course, my alma mater playing tonight, the old Pitt Panthers down at Cincinnati tonight.
All right, against the Bearcats, the Panthers. Friday night game. And finally, they're marching it off. Well, it took a long time. It's back to the 30-yard line. So, first down and 10 for the Bearcats. Instead of starting in Tyrone territory, they're going to start from their own 30. Number 2 is the wideout, Mike Blumling, the kicker as well. Split out near side. And the eye set. Riley's tailback. And Riley gets the call. Straight ahead run for about 2 or 3.
In there by Johnny Conrad, number 13, the first one to head him.
And he gets a yard on the play, actually, after the 31, so it will be second down and 9 for the Bearcats as we play in the first quarter. Tyrone on top by a score of 7-0. Blue Devils, by the way, are at home tonight at Memorial Field in Bellwood against, who is that against? Penns Valley, I believe, for their home opener. So just a gain of 1 for Riley on the first down play. He had a super game against Mount Union last week. Again, the eye set. The quarterback is a senior, Sean Shoemaker. And here comes Riley again. A little better run this time out across the 35, out near the first down at the 40, but he's going to be short by about a yard or 2.
Yeah, again, right over right end that time. He showed a burst of speed and then ran into Jason Reese, I believe it was, on the spot. They're going to spot it at the 8-yard line, so that's a pickup of 7. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Little better blocking by the Bearcat offensive line on that run by Riley as well. Sun going down. Great night here in Huntingdon. Great night for a football game, certainly. Early in the high school season. This time we're going to bring out number 17 as a wideout, Eric Buza, junior, 6 foot, 170-pounder, and split-backs. Pitch out. Uh-oh, Tyrone defending this one well. We're going to stop him shy of the first down. Andy Young, fullback. You want your fullback running wide too often.
Yeah, they just tried to pitch it to the left that time, but Andy didn't have the speed to get outside that time, and he's brought down really the line of scrimmage at the 38. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2.
So Tyrone, defense, forces a 3 and out, and Huntingdon has to go into punt formation. Franco and Tate back deep at about the 25-yard line or so. Bloomling also does the punting for Huntingdon. And here's the kick. It's a nice one off. A bounce inside the 30. Take a Huntingdon English. Wow, really Huntingdon English. Inside the 20, inside the 10.
Down to about the 9-yard line before they down it. So an excellent kick by Bloomling. It was nice and high. It landed at about the 27-yard line and rolled another 18 yards.
So I got to change of possessions here. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to the studios for a 30-second break.
Ball smart. About the 8-yard line. First and 10.
On the tackle. First down, Tyrone. Ball's now started.
Golden Eagles starting off from the red-yard line, but Johnny Franco, a nice run on first down, for a first down.
Good, makes it out to the 20-yard line before he's tackled. A pickup of 11 or 12 rich, and it's 1st and 10 again for the Golden Eagles as they start deep in their own territory.
Boy, that Bearcat defense having a tough time figuring out Johnny Franco.
Yeah, Coach Franco mixed it up nicely in that first series, throwing in a couple passes and a couple completions by Tyler Golden. Let's see how the game goes now. Bartlett up the middle this time. Bartlett, I should say, excuse me. I can't get that out of my mind, but a no gain again for Johnny Bartlett on that carry.
2nd and 10 for Tyrone. Ball thrown 20-yard line. Remember, this particular series started at the 8 after an excellent punt by Brumling of Huntingdon. Good punt, then he got about a 20-yard roll on it as well inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Tyler Golden is going to pitch it out to Franco. And Franco breaks one tackle. Little juke boob again out across the 20 near the 25.
I think he'll get across the 25 to the 26, but he had a lot of traffic inside that time, but picked his way nicely for about 6 yards. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down play.
You always say follow your blockers, but Franco doesn't always follow his blockers, does he?
And sometimes he outruns his blockers.
All right, well, here we go with a 3rd down for Tyrone. Need about 4 for a first down. We're playing in the first quarter here at Warvets Field, and Tyrone has the advantage, 7-0. Justin Schopp is a wide out to the near side of the field for the Eagles. Maybe another passing situation for Tyler Golden. He's completed a couple early in the game. And he does go to the air. There's that wide out. Nice defensive play by the Bearcats. Who was that? One of the linebackers, I think. Number 44.
Tim Rohrer, that time the linebacker, backpedaled a little bit from his position and knocked that away before it could get the shot. So it's incomplete. 4th and 4 for the Golden Eagles.
So the Bearcats are going to get good field position here, as Tyrone will be forced to punt from deep in their own territory. Let's check on Tyrone's punter. I believe that was Levi Reihart, R-E-I-H-A-R-T, only a freshman. Freshman punter for Tyrone this year. So the Bearcats expecting to have good field position. Well, we have a timeout called, though. Is it an official timeout or one by the Eagles? Yes, Tyrone has called a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll return to our WTRN studios and take a break. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
The red tent, the scoreboard end of the field.
Let's go, Levi!
So Reinhardt gets a good snap. He gets the kick off. It's a short one, though. Not a good kick that time by Levi. That takes good English for Tyrone, just like the Huntingdon punt did, though, out across midfield to the 45-yard line. So the Bearcats will take over in good shape here.
So not too bad of a punt, about a 29-yarder at the 45-yard line of the Bearcats, where they'll start their second possession of the night. We got 4:34 left in the first quarter. Your score is Tyrone 7, Huntingdon 0.
And Tyrone's defense forced Huntingdon to 3 and out first possession, so still playing very, very well. New unit together, but they don't seem like a new unit the way they've been playing in the first game of the season and the first quarter of the second game. Playing very well. I formation. Shoemaker, the quarterback. Inside handoff, and not much there.
Let's see who's all in on that tackle. Johnny Conrad, Jason Reese, number 40, Josh Bradley also in on that stop. They were all in the backfield as soon as Joey Riley got that handoff. It's going to be a loss of 4 back to the 41, 2nd and 14.
Senior quarterback Sean Shoemaker leading his team, but boy, not much for Huntingdon so far in this game. Let's check the clock. We have 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tyrone may be forcing the Bearcats to go to the air. Again, the I formation. Shoemaker sticks to the ground and nowhere to go again. Tim Roner that time, the fullback. So maybe a yard, that's about it.
Yes, maybe a yard gain. That's about it, as you mentioned. Tim Rohrer on the carry out to the 42. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
And the clock moving with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Golden Eagles trying to dig in now on 3rd down and force Huntingdon into a punt. Bearcats huddle it up. And let's see if Shoemaker does look for a receiver this time. Sends out number 12, Zach Reed, to the far side of the field. He will pass. Steps up, completes it for a first down. Near sideline, nice completion for the Bearcats. Let's check on the number. Near sideline, number 44, and that is the guy who just had the short gain, the fullback.
Tim Rohrer on the catch that time, and I saw a play out of the backfield, a gain into Tyrone territory, down to the 37-yard line, down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I thought Shoemaker did a good job there, stepping up there, away from the tackler.
Yeah, he did an excellent job as they pick up 15 on that completion.
Quarterback Shoemaker showing that he's got an arm as well. Didn't have to use it much last week against Mount Union, nor did Tyler Golden against Bellwood. Both teams on the ground last week. First down and 10 for Huntingdon, though, now in Tyrone territory. And here comes Riley, breaks one tackle, but not the second one. It's a couple, that's all.
Okay, and not much running room there for Riley, and the Golden Eagles have really bottled him up thus far. Haven't allowed him to get outside where he can use his speed. No gain on that carry.
Well, he had 139 yards last week. You figured they'd be keying on him, and I'm sure Coach Dowsig will with something as the game goes along to open up the offense a little bit better, but the Tyrone defense really keying on Riley right now.
We'll be ready for it, Chris.
Clock continues to move with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, the eye set. 2nd and 10, Huntingdon. There, Shoemaker takes a snap back in the pocket, and he's going to run with the football this time for a first down and more inside the 25-yard line. So big gainer for Shoemaker. I don't know if that was a called run or not, but he certainly showed that he can handle the ball running.
Yes, I believe he did.
Penalty, though.
Yeah, looks like we got a flag go down that may negate this right at the line of scrimmage, and it will be holding against the Bearcats. That time, Shoemaker, that's the intended play, was a pass play, but Shoemaker didn't find anybody open and found a little seam over right end, but he might have been helped by hold. So this play's coming back. The flag's right at the 42-yard line. They're going to mark off 10 yards back to the Bearcat 48. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Second time in this game, Gerard, that Huntingdon has really been hurt by a penalty.
Correct, Rich. They were hurt on the long kickoff return by Riley that into Tyrone territory, but the holding call there negated it back to the 30-yard line of the Bearcats. Now this penalty is costly.
Hey, that's part of the game, and you got to get over that. 2 big penalties, though, against the Bearcats in the first quarter have hurt their scoring threats. Shotgun formation for Huntingdon. As Shoemaker takes the snap, he fakes a handoff inside, but he's going to run it himself for about 5 yards or so.
I'll give him 2 out to midfield, but that's about it to the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 18 for the Bearcats.
Shoemaker set to take the snap. Again from shotgun. Hit near the 50-yard line, so that will be a 4th down coming up.
Let's see who's in on the stop there. Looks like John Schaefer, number 85. The kicker made the tackle that time, didn't allow Shoemaker to get loose. We'll give him forward progress to about the 47 of the Golden Eagles to pick up a 3, but it's going to bring up 4th and long.
Well, after the game tonight, place to meet your friends is the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. Special tonight, of course, is fish, haddock dinners or sandwiches, 2 or 3-piece dinners, either baked or fried or beer battered fish. Meet your friends at the bullpen in the Tyrone Shopping Center. Broomling's punt's going to go in the end zone, so change the possessions again. We will be back. We'll take a quick break. Back after this 30-second timeout.
All right, Rich. Thank you. I wanted to...
Good job, Norman! Highway 85!
9 seconds left in the quarter.
Stacking it up.
Franco's trying to head around this time for a couple yards. So that'll bring up a 2nd down. I want to remind you folks, the games this year once again. What's that? End of the quarter. So we'll take a break. And back with the 2nd quarter. Tyrone leads at 7-0. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. 100 before halftime. Keep going this way.
I had him with 70 yards in the first quarter, Rich.
Okay. 11:52 to go. Just underway in the 2nd quarter. So Franco at the 35-yard line. Excuse me, the 31-yard line. Justin Schaub wide out near side for Tyrone. Bearcat defense got to find a way to stop Franco here. Schaub throws the ball on downfield. It's caught by Schaub. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown to Tyrone. 30-yard line. Takes it for a touchdown.
69-yard connection from Tyler Golden to Justin Schaub. What a beautiful throw and catch that was. It was a out-and-up pattern down the near sideline, and Tyler Golden laid that perfectly into Justin Schaub at about the 38-yard line of the Bearcats, and no one was in front of Justin Schaub. He just had to outrun the defensive back, who was about 3 yards behind him. He did that, and it's 13-0 Golden Eagles on top.
Schaub will be the holder, and Schaefer the kicker. Tyrone making a 14-0 Tyrone lead. So the Golden Eagles showing a big surprise there with the bomb from First-year starter Golden to Justin Shop. The kick is good. And we'll be back in 60 seconds. The score came with less than a minute gone by in the second quarter. And Schaefer will be doing the kicking. For Tyrone, Riley is deep for Huntingdon. Low line drive taken by one of the upbacks for Shoemaker. Out across the 15, 25-30, 35. Got a nice little run back there for the Bearcats.
So far, that's been the Bearcats' best weapon. The kickoff returns, a nice one by Shoemaker that time, out to near the 40-yard line, just short of it.
Don't see the quarterback too often as a kickoff return man, do you?
You do not, Rich. That's true. But Shoemaker's been the punt returner, too. He's back there as one of the three deep men on kickoff returns, and that is somewhat unusual.
It really is. But let's see if Huntingdon can get something going offensively. Don't forget you can hear the games on the internet again this year. Open Door Vision's computer services in downtown Tyrone are proud to present the game on the internet at www.tyronepa.com. And guess what? Another penalty against the Bearcats.
Well, the return's out to the 39-yard line, but another holding penalty puts it back to the 29. So the Bearcats will start at their own 29.
Maybe that's why they're having such great returns.
Could be, Rich. Some penalties costly to the Bearcats thus far.
Okay, I set for Huntingdon, but they're trailing now 14-0 to Tyrone. A big surprise there early. And the quarterback is stopped after getting back to the line. That's about it.
Couldn't find anybody open, so Tyler Hooper, John Shaver in on the stop. Let's see if we'll give him back to the line of scrimmage, maybe just a few inches shy of it, 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure how much Huntingdon lost from that championship squad from last year, but we know Tyrone lost quite a bit. They've certainly put it together in the first two games. Have been playing very well, at least early in this game. 2nd and 10 for Huntingdon. Just don't seem that much enthusiasm coming out of that huddle, and now they're going to call timeout. So we're going to take a timeout as well. We're going to keep it here this time and tell you about some of your fine hosts for the broadcast here on WTRM. And they include
a little bit more than last week against Bellwood.
Prior to that last snap, before they called the timeout, Huntingdon came out very discouraged looking coming out of the huddle, and I think Coach Sousick saw that, and he wanted to get him a little more upbeat mood here. Riley makes a cut and does have a few yards, but it's not going to be the first down. He's out across the 35.
Pretty good pick up, trying to spot it on the far side of the field where they actually spot it. It looks like they're going to spot it about the 32-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 3 and bring up a 3rd and 7.
Okay, second quarter action. Tyrone on top 14-0. Huntingdon with the ball in their own territory. Still need 8 yards for a first down. Shoemaker has shown that he can run with the football. We'll see what happens here. This game started off with Tyrone's defense really bottling up their all-star running back, Riley. And he has not been a factor so far. Now another flag's down, I believe. Shoemaker's hit for a loss.
In the backfield that time, Tyler Hoover in there. Also 40, Josh Bradley in on the stop for the Golden Eagles. And it's, let's see what the flag's all about, but it was in the backfield of the Bearcats, so the Golden Eagles might be declining this one on the sack.
Boy, this has been a disastrous start for Huntingdon. Illegal shift called this time. I'm sure Tyrone will decline that, however, and force them into the punt. And this time Tyrone's going to get excellent field position as Huntingdon is forced to punt again. Broomling is their kicker. Franco and Tate are back for Tyrone. They'll stand back at about their own 35-yard line. And here's the kick. It's high. Takes good English again for Huntingdon. Bounces inside the 45, inside the 40. So the Golden Eagles take over again, Gerard.
Yes, it'll be their 4th possession, and they have 2 touchdowns and a punt thus far as they start on their own 34-yard line.
Next week, Tyrone's on the road at Lewistown. The Bearcats, meanwhile, also take to the road against the Red Raiders of Belfont. he's turned out to be some good for the last 5 or 6 years. Huntingdon and Belmont going for that AAA championship seems every year, at least fighting for it. Now Franco's hit nicely this time by the left side, right side of the Huntingdon defense.
Yeah, number 57 in on the tackle for the Bearcats. On a nice play. Gain of 1 out to the 35 for Franco, but that's it on the first down play.
Another possession for Tyrone, as you mentioned, 2 touchdowns and a punt in their first 3 possessions on the night. Not bad percentage there. Right now the ball is placed at the 35-yard line of the Golden Eagles. Franco's in motion this time. Long bomb again downfield. It's a wide open receiver. Perfectly thrown pass. Another Tyrone touchdown. Tate this time. Touchdown. Reception for Tyrone, number 24. Shane Tate.
Shane Tate up the middle of the field. There was better coverage by the Bearcats this time. There's 2 defenders there, but Tyler Golden just laid that right in perfectly over the defenders, and it's a 65-yard touchdown pass.
That was a perfectly thrown pass by Tyler Golden, as you mentioned. And Tyrone, 20-0 the lead. 65-yard touchdown pass. Wow. So Schaefer going to try to make it 3 for 3 in extra points. Here's the snap, here's the kick, gets up, and it is good again. 21-0 Tyrone. We'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff in 60 seconds. And here's the Tyrone kick. Again, one of the upbacks. Shoemaker takes it. He's going to run across the 30, across the 35 to the 40. Another good run back. Let's check for flags, though. I don't see any this time.
I don't see any right now, Rich, but so a good return by Shoemaker, the quarterback, out to the 40-yard line. Just length of the football across the 40 of the Bearcats. One of their best starting field positions on their drives for the night. But the Golden Eagles now lead it 21-0.
Well, there were some questions about Tyler Golden, of course, coming in with practically no experience with Leonard Wilson 3 years. I think he's answered some questions here in this first half.
Yeah, he's shown he has the arm. He's a little bit shaky last week, although he did throw a touchdown pass last week. But tonight, he looks superb throwing the football.
I've not seen a much better thrown high school pass in recent years, and that's a touchdown pass to Tate. Beautiful. Swing pass this time. Matter of fact, lost the yardage. This is unbelievable for a team like Huntingdon. They're just doing nothing early in this game. Of course, the Tyrone defense has something to do with that as well. Second down for the Bearcats, but 3 touchdowns, unanswered touchdowns by Tyrone. Huntingdon got to get something going here quicker. They're going to be out of this game early like they were last year when they lost 27-0. So we got 7:24 to go in the quarter. Second down for the Bearcats. 2 wide outs to the near side of the field. Shoemaker back in shotgun. Takes an inside handoff. He's going to run. Back to the 40, 45, 50, and there's a nice run into Tyrone territory for a first down.
Yeah, he made a nice little fake that time and just kind of straight up build for a beautiful little run all the way into Tyrone territory to about the 46-yard line, let's call. That's going to be a pickup of 15 on that scramble by Sean Shoemaker.
Yeah, that's about the only thing we've been impressed with by the Bearcats tonight is the Sean Shoemaker, his kickoff returns, and his quarterback running anyway.
That's correct, Rich. He's done a nice job. He's even completed some passes when he's had time to find his receivers. But right now, it's a 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the Tyrone 46, their deepest penetration, I believe, into Tyrone territory.
So Rohr gets the call, and he's got good yardage. Big run for a first down. All of a sudden, Huntingdon's starting to put it together on the ground here. Quarterback and the fullback. Rohr with first down run inside the 35-yard line.
Down to about the 32, they're going to spot it. So he picks up 14 on the carry, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, clock showing 6:27 to go in the first half. Tyrone on top. If you just tuned in, it's been all Tyrone. 3 touchdowns for the Golden Eagles, 21-0 lead. And now the Bearcats with their first really serious drive on the night. And it's working from the shotgun formation as well. Shoemaker looks for a receiver. And a little pinpoint type pass is complete to number 12. And that would be Zach Reed, the tight end. A little flicking style of a pass there to Reed.
Yeah, it was just a little flick of the wrist that time, and it's a pick up the Reed down to the 28-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 4 on the completion, 2nd and 6.
So the clock keeps moving with that completion, 5:39 to go in the first half. Nice contingent of Tyrone fans here tonight to support the Golden Eagles in their second game of the season, first road game of the year. So 2nd and 6. Huntingdon operating much smoother from shotgun. And here's Laurel again on a nice little run around the end. Gains a couple anyway.
Gets down near the 25, but that's all he's going to get, a yard or 2 on this completion, or this running play as he swings out to the left.
3-yard gain with the Golden Eagles trying to dig in on defense now. Stop Huntingdon again here. And the Bearcats going to call timeout. Talk things over. So we'll return to our WTRN studios and take a 6
It's a 3rd and 3 for the Bearcats, just outside the Tyrone 25-yard line.
So back to traditional over center snap this time. And Riley has the first down and more. Big gainer by Riley, still on his feet inside the, looks like inside the 20-yard line. So Riley unable to be stopped that time by the Tyrone defense. Loosening up just a little bit with this 3-score lead. First down and 10 at the 15. Yeah, it saves inside the 25, but it's not the 15. 1st and 10.
Nice 10-yard gain for Riley on that play, right up the middle. He picked his way nicely through the hole. And the Bearcats threatening here now to get on the scoreboard.
We're kind of used to low-scoring games between these two teams. This could be a different type of scenario this year. Riley around end. And he's kind of clogged up near the sideline. I couldn't really see the yard marker there, Gerard. Didn't get too much. A couple, maybe.
No, Shane Amy was the first one in there that got him and kind of made him stumble. And then Tyler Hoover came up and made the tackle. But we got another hold on the play. Only a gain of about 2 on the run by Riley, but another hold against the Bearcats.
Well, that's about the 3rd or 4th, according to my estimation, holding call. And that has really hurt the Bearcats' offensive capabilities in this game. Several of those coming on good run backs as well on the kicks. So another 10-yard penalty looks like. We have the clock stopped now, 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. Tyrone on top, 21-0. Bill Marlette will return at halftime. He'll check some scores from across central Pennsylvania. And we'll also check the scoring plays in the first half, all Tyrone so far, and some of the stats as well. So the Bearcats now faced with, what, 1st and 20?
Yeah, the penalty takes it all the way back to the 25-yard line at Tyrone, so it'll be a 1st and 20 for the Bearcats. I formation. Andy Young in there at fullback right now.
And Shoemaker's going to throw a little screen pass out to the left. Good reception by number 5, and he's got excellent yardage. Who's that, Gerard? That's the Kevin Cressman, a senior, a split end. Caught the pass, and he has that ball past the original line of scrimmage, past the 15. Where's it going to be placed?
Can't tell you, Rich. Didn't spot it yet. We're in the far sideline. We're a bit lower than we are. Looks like just inside the 10-yard line, or right at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
So good scoring opportunity for the Bearcats before halftime. 2 touchdown passes thrown tonight, though, by Tyler Golden. 1 to Shop and 1 to Tate. Second down, and there's the first down and more inside the 5-yard line near the goal line. Is that Riley on the run that time? No, that's Rohr, Tim Rohr. Well, we talked earlier, Jordan, about them keen on Riley. They're going to roll a bit more, and it's the working. And actually, it's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. Just short. Just short of the goal line at the 1 yard line. Looks to me to be inside the 1 yard line. So the Bearcats fans finally with something to cheer about here. Whoa, a nice run there. Let's see if Shoemaker, quarterback keeper, is what I do. Nope, and they hand it off to Riley. And it is a touchdown for the Bearcats. So Huntingdon with their first score on the night. 21-6, sending the extra point. John Riley. John Riley, it's Joey Riley. Joey wears number 22. He's only a junior. Not a big guy, 5'9", 160 pounds. So we'll give him a 1 yard touchdown score. The holder is Sean Shoemaker, the quarterback, and the kicker is Brumling. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. 21-7 is the score. Tyrone has the lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Bald Eagle area. Altoona plays tomorrow night on the road at Harrisburg, and that should be an interesting game. Harrisburg's, I think, a state-ranked team. Is that right?
I believe they're number 2 in Harrisburg Patriot News poll, and I believe Altoona moved into number 10 position in the Harrisburg poll.
Should be interesting. So here's the kick. It's a short one, taken by one of the up men for Tyrone. Gold Eagles should have good field position here out across the 40-yard line. As Brumley's kick that time to go as far as prior ones. But the Bearcats do score an important touchdown there, Troy. Gives them a little confidence against Tyrone.
Yeah, they really needed a score before halftime. They've done it. If they can hold Gold Eagles scoreless here on this possession, the Bearcats will be feeling pretty decent about themselves going into halftime.
And they're not going to take Tyler Golden for granted anymore, I guarantee you that, after his 2 long touchdown passes. You know, they still got about 8 in the box there. And Tyrone will stick to the ground. Franco. Carrying tacklers with them. A couple extra yards. That's typical of Franco.
That gets across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Real nice gain on first down by Johnny Franco. Tyrone still with time here for another score. We have just under 3 minutes to go till halftime. So the Golden Eagles at the ball at their own 43-yard line. Justin Shopwhite out far side. He proved that he can catch the ball as well. Here's a pitch out going to Franco, near sideline, first down and more. Breaking tackles inside the 45 to the 50 into the Huntingdon Bearcat territory. Good run by Johnny.
Yeah, he's come to the short side of the field. There's a lot of players there, but he picked his way nicely. A gain to the 46-yard line of the Bearcats, and a first down for, let's call it the 47. First down for Tyrone.
First down and 10 again for the Golden Eagles. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go till halftime. And the Golden Eagles break huddle, and they'll send Shop out to the right and Tate to the left as receivers this time. Getting more comfortable with their quarterback, both catching touchdown passes. And another bomb thrown by the quarterback downfield, a wide open receiver. It's a caught again. This time by Justin Shop. Inside the 10-yard line. Wow.
And again, Tyler Golden right on target. Up the far sideline goes Justin Shop. Makes the reception for the Golden Eagles down inside the 10-yard line.
Is this Terry Bradshaw out there tonight for the Golden Eagles quarterback? Excellent work. When he's needed, hasn't thrown that many passes, but boy, have they ever been on target in this first half. Another scoring threat for Tyrone. 32-yard pass, 42-yard pass to Justin Shop. First and goal, Tyrone. And then Franco with the handoff. Is he in the end zone? No, stopped just shy. Inside the 5-yard line. So second and goal coming up for Tyrone. Tyrone wouldn't be unhappy to run that clock down a little bit before they got the score.
Down to a minute 33 right now, and it's down around the 1 yard line. We're trying to see where they spot it. A good hole up the middle of the offensive line that time. And we'll call it the 2 yard line. Gain of 3, second and goal from the 2.
Yeah, still a minute 18 to go, and Tyrone's still with 2 timeouts left as well, so that's not a problem. And here's Franco. Is he in the end zone? Second effort. I think he is. Let's see. Nope, no signal from the officials. So it must have been stopped just shy once again.
Good play that time. Number 50 in on the stop for the Bearcats on a nice play, and that's Jason Kyler.
The Bearcat defense trying to dig in here and stop Tyrone, but boy, that's real close now, inside the 1 yard line. It'll be third down and goal. Full house backfield for Tyrone. Quarterback keeper, I think this time, into the end zone for a touchdown. So there's the score for Tyrone. The 4th touchdown here in the first half. And he made this drive look easy, to be honest. You would have thought it would have fired up the Huntingdon defense a little bit after they finally did score a touchdown, but no such thing. Tyrone just marched it down the field. Another touchdown. Schaefer will try the point.
And they leave little time on the clock with just 27 seconds left here in the first half. The Eagles take a 27-7 lead pending this extra point.
Let's see if Schaefer can make it 4 for 4 on extra point conversions. Well, actually 6 on 6 for the season. 2 last week against Bellwood. Justin Schopp is the holder. The kick is up, and it is good again. Right on. So Tyrone 28-7, and we'll be back with the Golden Eagle kickoff. And 60 Schaefer has been a busy guy tonight. He's going to be doing the kicking off. And just that score coming with just 27 seconds to go in the first half. But the Bearcats are dangerous on their returns. Riley has it. Out across the 15, 20, 25. Out across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Bill, he's the 35, the 40, the 35, the 30. He's going to go all the way, folks, for a touchdown for the Bearcats. Unbelievable. Joey Riley, we said he was dangerous, huh?
Yes, he was, and again, the Golden Eagles special teams coverage not good. An 89-yard kickoff return for Joey Riley. Back in the thick of things.
They are right back in it with a touchdown run of 80-plus yards. Wow. Well, Jordan, I talked about Tyrone and Huntingdon basically having defensive battles usually in recent years, but this is going to be a big scoring game, looks like.
Offensive battle right now. Seems in this second quarter. We only had 7 points at the end of the first quarter, but now our score's 21-13 or 28-13 pending this extra point.
Well, I talked about Tyrone needing to run the clock down. They did it very nicely on that last drive. It's just 27 seconds, but that's all Huntingdon needed. Matter of fact, they needed 16 seconds for a touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-14 now. Tyrone has the lead. We'll be back after a 60-second break. So a confidence booster for the Bearcats going in at halftime here. As Riley, what was the yardage on that touchdown run or run back? 89 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown. I misspoke, though. The extra point I said was good. He missed it, apparently, and barely. It's been close.
Yeah, it was just wide, no good. So your score's 28-13 as Blumling's extra point kick a little wide, and we got a kick down to Franco. At about the 15, he comes up the middle of the field, up opposite left. He's got a little bit of an opening, but can't break that tackle to 39-yard line with scoreboard.
Scoreboard off. First down and 10 with probably about 2 or 3 seconds remaining. The scoreboard is out. (28-13) now. Tyrone on top. Official timeout because of the problem with the scoreboard. We'll keep it here. And remind you that Bill Marlette will be on hand very shortly. Matter of fact, in just a few seconds, Bill will be on hand with our...
That's correct, Rich. Let's see what the formation looks like. They're in a kneel-down formation, so let's see what happens here.
Very satisfied with their lead here at halftime of 28-13. So Golden will take a knee probably, and that'll be it. And that's exactly what happened. So, you're into the first half, Tyrone 28 and Huntingdon 13. Your halftime festivities are brought to you by the WTRN Sportsman. Gerard will be back. He'll check the scoring plays in their world new. And Deal's Garage, Orchard Crossing. State inspection, emission inspections, and more available at Deal's Garage, another booster of Tyrone Golden Eagle Sports. So, here's your kickoff.
And we predicted correctly a squib kick, but a very poor one. It was hit off the bottom, and it really took one hop high up in the air, and Bearcats recovered at their own 40-yard line, so they're going to start out in excellent field position. I guess that's better than a kickoff return for a touchdown, but...
Yes, and Riley was close a couple other times on kickoff returns as well, so I think it's still a smart move, as you mentioned, to go with those squib kicks for the remainder of the night, which I think they're going to do. Let the Bearcats take over, trailing by just 2 scores. Send out number 5 as a wide receiver this time. That's a split end to Kevin Cressman, a senior, to the near side. Long count this time. There's a snap. And the pass is complete to the tight end, I believe, Zach Reed. Reed catches it to the far sideline for a gain of about 5 or 6.
Just a quick hitch out on the flat that time, and they'll spot it at the 40-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 on the completion to Reed.
Well, Zach is a senior. He's 6'3", 225, a big target for the quarterback. So 2nd down for the Bearcats at their own 44-yard line. Double wideouts near side this time. Shoemaker set to call a play. Tyrone clapping. They say that Huntingdon moved before the snap.
Yeah, Jeff Gross, the left guard, an obvious one as he lunged forward about a yard that time before anybody else moved, so it's going to be a legal procedure. Back to the 39 and bring up a 2nd and 11.
So that takes away 5 of those 6 yards that Huntingdon gained on first down. They'll bring up, as you mentioned, 2nd down and about to 9 for a first down. Back at their own 39-yard line. Cressman out as a wideout near side. Again, long count, and that hurt them the last time, I think, on their own offensive line. Now maybe Tyrone's jump this time. We'll wait and see. Another flag to him, but they are taking longer for the snap.
All right, let's see where this one is. I didn't see it anywhere, but
5 yards back.
And it's going to get the 5 yards back as Golden Eagles move and brings up the 2nd and 6 again.
Just shy of the 45-yard line. So trading penalties to start the second half of tonight's game. If you just tuned in, it was a big first half offensively for Tyrone. And they lead at 28-13. 2 touchdown passes thrown by senior quarterback Tyler Golden. 2 long touchdown passes. Shoemaker, they might sack him this time. I believe Tyrone has their first sack of the night.
John Schaefer, I believe, is the first one in there on the sack for the Golden Eagles. He's played an outstanding game defensively, not only as the kicker, but going to be a loss of 5 back to the 39, and now you're going to bring up 3rd and 11.
So the Bearcats not able to get things going here, and they were hoping to get something going and make it a little closer game, but not so far. Penalties hurting, and that time the sack by Schaefer really hurting. Now Shoemaker's proved that he has an arm, and he can run with the ball as well. Split backs behind the quarterback this time. And Shoemaker to throw. He's got plenty of time. Going to run with it, but not get much. 4th down coming up.
Might have got a yard, but out to the 40, but not much more than that. It's going to bring up 4th and 10. So the first possession, when they wanted to cut into this Tyrone lead, does not look like it's going to work.
Yes, sir. Good job by that Tyrone defense that time. So funny situation coming up for the Bearcats. Johnny Franco and Sean Tate, punt returners for Tyrone. Mark Blumling, the senior. High snap. Then he gets the kickoff. It's a low one. Going to be taken by Franco. He has it across the 30, 35-40, up to the 45-yard line. So good field position for Tyrone.
Yeah, across the 40 to near the 41-yard line, they'll mark it. A good play by Shane Tate, who picked it up on the first hop and didn't let it roll way downfield. And now he gets the Golden Eagles good field position.
Tyrone across the 40-yard line at the 41. First and 10. We're playing in the third quarter. Quarterback, Tyler Golden over center. High formation behind him with Tate and Barlett, the running backs. And Tate in motion to the far side. And hand off to Franco, the tailback. Franco carrying tacklers with him out across the 45. Excuse me, across the 40. Near the 43, that's about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, 2 or 3 yards is always going to get on that straight ahead handoff from the I formation over left tackle. Let's call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 near the 44-yard line.
The Golden Eagles' first possession here in the second half. Tyrone leading in the game, 28-13. They always say to announcers, give the score more often, so we try to do that as often as we can, or folks just tuning in especially. I formation. This time Barlett in motion. Franco's hit the line of scrimmage. Beautiful defensive play by the center of that Huntingdon line. That was number 59 in on that play for Huntingdon. And that is Andy Van Hooskirk along with a couple of helpers.
Yeah, Buskirk was the first one to get there and had some help from big Zach Reed, but it's going to be a loss of 3 back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd and 10.
Now, you don't see Johnny Franco getting stopped for a loss too many times. He has an ability, that juking ability especially, to make positive yardage on just about every play, but not that time. Now let's see if Golden is forced to go to the air. He is going to throw it. Rolls out to his left, has a receiver down the sideline, and it's caught for a first down for Tyrone.
Can't see the number over there in the far sideline, but it's inside the 40-yard. It's the tight end this time, Donnie Conrad on the reception, inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line of the Bearcats, a pickup of a first down.
And again, Tyler Golden impressive on 3rd down there, completing the pass. The senior quarterback, but a senior quarterback with very little game experience, except in games that, he came in last year and the year before they were kind of blowouts. 22-yard gain, though, into Huntingdon territory. Barlett, straight ahead run for a couple. Don't forget you meet your friends at the bullpen following the game tonight. Bullpen, of course, in the Tyrone Shopping Center. Their Sunday buffet each Sunday starts at 11 a.m. and goes to 1:30 p.m. The bullpen, a big booster of Tyrone sports for many years. So second down for the Golden Eagles. They're in Huntingdon territory now, the 34-yard line, following that nice completion to the tight end. Golden pitches it out to Franco this time. Deep run, makes a cut inside. Made it look like he was going to cut outside, but he made the inside cut for good yardage.
Again, he wanted to go wide, but the defender was there, so it forced him back inside. Looks like he was going to reverse the field completely, but then darted right up the middle. Picked up pretty good yardage. Let's see where they spot it. Down to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 9 and well, let's see. They're going to spot it about the 27-yard line. A gain of 7 and a first down.
So Tyrone keeps on the move here in the third quarter. Matter of fact, we're halfway through the third quarter already here. Gerard has changed it to the 26-yard line. First and 10, Franco hit at the line of scrimmage, breaks one outside, gets a couple yards. Not much there, though. Hey, if you know someone who lives out of town, can't pick up WTRN, don't forget the games are on the internet, provided by Open Door Vision's computer services in downtown Tyrone once again this year. We'd like to thank them. And the website is TyronePA.com. A very easy one. So 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the quarter. It's 2nd and 7 coming up. A 3-yard gain on that last one by Franco. 21-yard line. Okay. Now let's see. Running wide. I can't really tell that one.
Not sure if it was Franco or Tate on the carry that.
First down, anyway.
Or Barlett. It is a first down inside the 10-yard line. And it will be Barlett on the carry, it looks like.
First and goal. So the Golden Eagles, their first possession of the second half, trying to make it pay off here with a touchdown. Inside handoff, it is a score for Tyrone. Johnny Franco in the end zone for a touchdown. (34-13). 5-yard run for Johnny Franco. Extra point try coming up again by Schaefer. The way the Bearcats ended the second quarter, looked like they were going to make a good comeback against Tyrone, but hey, it's the Golden Eagles that score first in the second half. Schaefer's been perfect on his extra point tries tonight. There is a penalty against Tyrone. It will be enforced on the kickoff.
Looks like it's going to be a dead ball penalty, I believe, and let's see what...
One of those celebration type things where they, I think that's what it's called anyway. Something like that, who knows. 4:44 to go in the quarter anyway, and Schaefer getting set to try the extra point. Officials still talking it over as we await the extra point try. I think Coach Jim Zosnik of Huntingdon wanted an explanation.
Well, I think they're over talking to Coach Franco, too, and explaining it to him. I think the penalty might be enforced on the kickoff.
But we still have an extra point try coming up. Let's see if Schaefer can make it 5 for 5 extra points and give Tyrone a 35-13 lead. Well, he's kind of come out of nowhere as the booter this year. Old-fashioned straight-ahead kicker. And he puts it up. Perfect again. 35-0. We'll be back in 60. Schaefer's kickoff is coming from the 40, so there's no penalty there, as far as I can tell. Number 44 for the Bearcats, and that's Tim Rohr taking it, senior.
And another squib kick, which the Golden Eagles should be doing by Schaefer. And Rohr, that time it bounces off his chest, but he goes back and gets it. But not much running room as he gets it out to the 30-yard line.
So first down and 10 for the Bearcats, swallowing the Tyrone score as we play in the third quarter. Huntingdon now trailing 35-13. They'd be forced to go to the air a little bit more than they'd like to. Shoemaker does have a decent arm, however, the senior, 5'10", 160-pound quarterback. This time number 17 as a wide receiver. That's Eric Buza, Jr. Split out near side. And back to shotgun. That was effective for them in the first half at several times. Pass over the middle is complete to Rohr on the screen pass. He's got good yardage for a first down. Out across the 35 to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, out near the 40. Let's see if it will be enough for the first down. It's real close. A nice little middle screen that time by the Bearcats. And the official's looking it over right now. I haven't seen a signal one way or another.
No, he threw that screen pass straight over the middle, as you mentioned.
Injured, now upside out. He's being attended to on the sidelines, but it's first and 10 for the Bearcats, just out inside their own 40-yard line. Shotgun, high snap to Shoemaker, but he pitches to Riley. Riley's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss by Shane Amy.
Riley always very dangerous to break one at any time, but that was a nice defensive play by Tyrone. Amy making a good play. Clock is running. Less than 4 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Well, Tyrone next week's on the road at Lewistown. If you can't be there, we'll have a broadcast on WTRN. Starting with Bill Marlette's pregame oldies show. He'll have some pregame information for you about the game as well. And the schedule for next week. It starts at 6 o'clock and then kickoff at 7 from Mitchell Field in Huntingdon. Bearcats huddle it up and somebody's calling a timeout. Bearcats. So we'll keep it here this time. And remind you about some of our hosts for the game, including the WTRN Sports. Again, operating from shotgun formation. Shoemaker, the quarterback. Options at this time. First time we've seen him go to the option, and you didn't get much there.
Might get back to near the original line of scrimmage, but you're right, Rich. It was just an option left that time, looking to run the whole way. He had Riley to pitch to, but he ran out of field at the sideline and was tackled. They spotted at the 39, a gain of 4 to third and 10.
Well, the Tyrone defense gave up their first points of the season in that second quarter. 2 touchdowns to the Bearcats after pitching a shutout against Bellwood. So the Bearcats now faced with 3rd and 10. Might be getting the point of the game where you figure you might want to just go for it to get the ball into Tyrone territory or near midfield. Shoemaker has time. Now he's running with the football down the near sidelines. Nifty little run. I don't know where he stepped out of bounds, though. It depends for the first down.
Now the Tyrone players in front of us screened us for where he stepped out of bounds, but it looks like the official's signaling near the 45, 46-yard line, so it was a nice gain of about 7 yards for Shoemaker, but it's going to bring up 4th and about 3.
Now let's see if they do go for it. No, they're bringing the punting team in, so not yet. Coach Zalzik says not yet time to go for it on 4th down. Of course, you can always watch for a trick play.
You're right, Rich. It might be a fake here. You got to be aware of that in this situation. Just 4th and 3, and Bloomling backs the punt.
Mark Bloomling is the punter, and Franco is the solo punt returner this time, or is that Tate? He gets kickoff. Tate on the return, breaks 1 tackle. Now he's down the near sideline, breaks another tackle, makes a cut. Nice little run back by Shane Tate.
Across the 45-yard line at Tyrone, out to the 46. He caught that punt at about his own 26, and it's approximately a 20-yard return for Shane Tate.
Your score is Tyrone 35 and Huntingdon 13, and now Tyrone needs to put together a nice little drive here. Even if it doesn't result in a score, they need to take some time off the clock. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Golden Eagles huddle it up. Quarterback Tyler Golden, the senior. Impressive game, my view anyway, by Golden. 200 yards passing. That's impressive in anybody's book, I think, in high school football. Fumble. Tyrone drops on it, though. Maybe about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, he never had the snap completely from center that time. Josh Wright, he just lost control of it. It's going to be a loss back to the 41-yard line, a loss of 5, and bring it up 2nd and 15.
One of the few missteps by the Golden Eagles on offense tonight. Less than 2 minutes to go now in the third quarter. You're listening to all the action on WTRN Tyrone and on TyronePA.com. Golden's going to throw it. Not being conservative at all. Nice little safe pass to the near sideline. It goes so to Shop.
Yeah, not a big pickup out to about the 47. Let's call it a gain of 5 and brings up a 3rd and 9.
1 minute and 22 seconds to go in the quarter now. Tyrone on offense, following the Huntingdon punt. Huntingdon ended the first half with an exciting score to make it a reasonably close game at halftime, but Tyrone has added a score here in the third quarter. And Huntingdon, nothing on the board. Golden handing off. Franco inside, and the middle of that Huntingdon line did an excellent job, including number 57 that time for the Bearcats. Let's check on that number. It's a new number in there, as a matter of fact. Chad Culbertson, a senior, 5'11", 210.
Yeah, actually a loss of a yard back to the 46 for Johnny Franco. Brings up 4th and 11.
And Franco is limping a little bit as he goes off the field. That happened last week as well, but it was just a cramp, so hopefully that's the same situation this week.
Yeah, and it looks like they're working, they're extending James Updike's leg here in the sideline like it might be a cramp, so hopefully that's all it is. Oh, and now we got a...
Roughing the punter penalty coming up against the Bearcats. Now, can't really blame them to play like that. They needed something big.
Yeah, they come in there on the punter, fly hard of the Golden Eagles, and almost blocked it. As a matter of fact, I almost thought they got a part of the football, but if you get a part of the football run into the kicker, it's not a penalty, but you must not have got a part of the football because the flag came out, and it's going to be, I think, roughing the kicker. Let's see if it's running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, but he went down pretty hard that time.
Yes, he did with just 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Huntingdon did stop Tyrone that time. But, hey, there's that penalty again. We're not keeping track of the penalties, but I would guess 7 or 8 against the Bearcats tonight, including a lot of holding penalties that hurt them in the first half.
Yeah, the holding penalties really killed them in the first half, and it is going to be the major penalty of 15 yards, and it takes it all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Bearcats, and 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles, so keeps this drive alive.
No, things don't get any easier next week for the Bearcats as they have to travel to Bellefonte to take on the Red Raiders. That's been a good rivalry. Bellefonte beat Huntingdon last year.
Yes, they did. I think Bill had a halftime score there of Bellefonte leading Phillipsburg 13-7 at the half.
Only 2 regular season losses for the Bearcats last year. 1 to Tyrone, 1 to the Red Raiders. So the eye set for Tyrone. This should be the final play of the quarter. A nice little run up the middle. Number 13 for Tyrone was that? Let's see. Conrad, okay, into the quarter. It's Tyrone 35 to 13. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter in 60 seconds.
In Bellwood, I have a score of Bellwood 27, Penn Valley 3.
All right, here we go with the flag thrown as we start the 4th quarter. What else is new? This time it's quarterback Tyler Golden putting out his arms, outstretching his arms to say, what did we do? We'll soon find out here.
Yeah, somebody from one of the teams probably lined up in the neutral zone, so or came out, and I believe it is going to be against the Golden Eagles, a 5-yard penalty back to the 40. So now,
well, a big booster, Tyrone Sports, Franco Insurance Agency. They'll come to your home or business in the Tyrone area to talk about your insurance needs. You can call their toll-free number, 1-800-696-8097. They'll find you the lowest rates for your insurance. That's the Renko Insurance Agency, located on Route 350, the Tyrone Pike, just south of Phillipsburg. Community Pharmacy on Pennsylvania Avenue in downtown Tyrone is also a long-time booster at Tyrone Sports, your area prescription headquarters, and they have a sale going on right now with 25 to 50% off selected items. That's at Community Pharmacy in downtown Tyrone. Johnny Franco on the run for a couple.
Yes, and Andy Young in on the stop for the Bearcats after about a gain of 2, and we got Franco down.
Yeah, we saw Franco probably has some cramping problems like he did last week. At least it looked that way when he came off the sideline earlier, late in the third quarter.
I agree with you, Rich. In a way there.
These are famous in our area. That's Gino's Pizzeria, proud host of Tyrone Sports.
Tyler Golden rolls to his left. He finds the receiver again. Shane Tate on the near sideline. Tate makes the reception for another first down for the Golden Eagles. Shane Tate, that's what his 3rd or 4th catch on the night.
3rd, Rich, so he's done a nice job. He has a touchdown reception, covered 65 yards, and now we have a Bearcat down, but it's enough for a first down. It's down near the 25-yard line.
All right, talking about that problem with the cramping last 2 weeks. You know, it's usually lack of liquids, and it usually happens on the kind of hot and humid type conditions. We have not seen hot and humid type conditions here. This is a lack of potassium.
Yeah, it's not hot, but it is a fairly humid night here tonight. 13-yard pickup, though, on that completion to Tate, and a first down for the Golden Eagles, but we have a Bearcat player down, and the Tyrone leads it 35 to 13 here early in the 4th quarter.
So we'll take another break. Back to our WTRN studios. Take a 60-second timeout. It's the fourth quarter, and Tyrone comfortably ahead and driving perhaps for the clinching touchdown early in the fourth quarter. 35-13, Tate on the run this time for Tyrone.
Shane Tate in there in place of Johnny Franco's tailback, and a nice run by Shane on his first carry of the night, covering 5 yards. 2nd and 5 down around the 20-yard line.
That's the Huntingdon 20-yard line. Quarterback Golden over center. Hands to the tailback again, Tate. Tate looking for running room over left tackle this time.
Not much running room this time over left tackle, as you mentioned, Rich. You gained a 2 maybe down to the 18. He'll bring up a 3rd down.
So 3rd down coming up for the Golden Eagles. Taking some valuable time off the clock here with the lead. Huntingdon fans not leaving there. Sticking with it. They know their team is dangerous and could be back at any time. But a touchdown here by Tyrone, I say, puts it away. Ball's at the 19-yard line of the Bearcats. That was just a 1-yard gain last time. Number 3 in the lineup for Tyrone, that's Steve Kadich, junior receiver. He's flanked out wide right. I formation. And Tate again with the call, and Tate with positive yardage down near the 15.
Down near the first down marker, brought down by Tim Rohr of the Bearcats, but let's see if he struggled far enough to get the first down.
Clock keeps moving with 9.5 minutes to go in the game. Will be a 4th down for Tyrone, and I imagine we would go for it here. No reason not to go for it in a situation like that with the lead and deep in Huntingdon territory at the 16.
Well, the other reason you might want to try a field goal is just to give John Schaefer the experience. He hasn't attempted one this year, and just give him a feel for a field goal.
Quarterback keeper, though, by Tyler Golden. Second effort by Golden. Let's see if he has the first down.
I don't know. It looks close. They're going to signal officials timeout to look at it.
Stops the clock with 8 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the game. We'll be back next week if you can't attend the game at Lewistown at Mitchell Field. Bill Marlette's pregame oldie show starts at 6, and then kickoff time 7 next week at Lewistown. So timeout is called again. We'll keep it here this time and run down a few of our WTRN sportsmen who are making the broadcast possible, like East End Pizza, Columbia Avenue, for the best pizza in town, the best price in town. It's East End Pizza, or try one of their delicious Tyrone-style hoagies or foot-long hot dogs. East End Pizza, a big booster of Tyrone sports, as are the gang at Hunter's Garage. For all your automotive needs and truck needs, it's Hunter's Garage, Pennington Road, Tyrone. And Los Gallias Restaurant, proud to be a sportsman this year as well. They're located in Belmead. Be sure to stop on by and try the delicious food, including the homemade fries offered by Los Gallias Restaurant. So, was it a first down?
No, it was not, Rich. It was a half a foot short, and the Bearcats take over at their own 16-yard line.
And the Bearcats need something big here. Trailing in the game by 35-13. Not in shotgun this time. That surprises me a little bit, but the quarterback's going to throw a bomb downfield. Could be intercepted. No, it's overthrown. Number 2 was the intended receiver that time for the Bearcats, Mark Rumeling, who's a split end, 5'11", 175-pounder, also the kicker for the Bearcats, but it was overthrown.
Donnie Conrad on good coverage that time, along with Justin Schaub. Schaub had the best chance to catch the football. Good defensive coverage that time.
We told you head coach Jim Zalzik has an excellent record in his tenure here at Huntingdon. Didn't talk about his assistants, though. Mike Hootie, Tom Gibney, Pete Sellers, name from Tyrone history you might remember, and John Micott. And I was going to run down the Golden Eagles assistants as well, but unfortunately they don't have them listed here in the program. So 2nd and 10. Shoemaker hands it off this time. Riley. Not much there.
Got a little bit of running room. Let's see how much he does get. It's actually going to be out near the first down. Oh, I think we have a flag down, too.
Nothing new on that. Huntington's going to have to work on that problem with the penalties. That's really killed them in this game tonight. Face mask. Could be a face mask penalty on Tyrone this time. So we'll wait and see. Yes, that's going to add some yardage.
And that is the official. He gained about 9 yards on the carry, and then the face mask on top of that's going to march it out across the 35.
First penalty of that type we've seen tonight. But to just give Huntingdon a bit of breathing room, a little more room to operate with at their own 41-yard line. Bearcats first and 10. But the clock is working against them. 8:38 to go. They are the type of team that can break the big play at any time, but Tyrone right now working to prevent that from happening. Shoemaker to pass, and they've got him for a stop. Stopped at the 30-yard line. Wow.
John Schaefer get in there along with Johnny Conrad on the stop. It'll be a sack back to the 31-yard line, a loss of 10, and bring up a second and 20.
Well, I think, George, that Sean wanted to get off the screen pass that time, but he just didn't have time.
Right, he wanted to get it off to Tim Rohrer, who was swinging out to the left of him that time, but I think it was Conrad come in there and got his arms in the air, and he couldn't get the pass over Conrad, tucked it in, and then Schaefer came up the middle, and they both corralled him for the loss of, let's call it 9, back to the 32.
Yeah, the defenders were just in there too quickly for Tyrone for them to get that screen pass off. Again, the I formation, and Huntingdon needs to call a timeout. I believe, let's see, no, maybe it's a penalty against Huntingdon.
I think it might be a delay game, Rich. The back judge blew his whistle that time. I think it's going to be a delay game against the Bearcats.
So that is yet another penalty, 5 yards this time. And we'll bring the ball back inside the 30. Bearcats huddled up. They're faced now with a 3rd and 25, Jordan.
At the 26-yard line, so third and long for the Bearcats. They got to get it downfield. The Golden Eagles in a little bit of a prevent defense right now, but they want to get some pressure on Shoemaker.
Hey, Shoemaker over center, not in shotgun. Gets a little swing pass out over Riley's head, though. Incomplete, so punting situation for Huntingdon coming up. Boy, Mark Blumling has been a very busy guy for the Bearcats tonight. And Tyrone stops them again on defense.
That's going to be 4th and long now for the Bearcats at their own 26. And that pass screen, he looked to his right that time, and like it was passing to his right, they had the screen set up left, and he whirled around 180 degrees. And when he did that, the pass kind of sailed high on him, and Riley just got his fingertips on it. Joey Riley, the intended receiver of the screen pass, left.
So Blumling, the senior, to punt. Good snap. Here's the kick. And good kick this time. He's done a good job punting the football tonight. He's gotten good rolls as well. Gets another one here inside the 30-yard line. So we're going to take a break with a timeout, change of possessions. Take a quick break here, Bill. Back to our studios for a 30-second timeout.
Now in Tyrone territory on the 29, where the Golden Eagles will have it 4th and 10.
Shane Tate on the carry this time for Tyrone, and he's got good yardage again.
Yes, he does. It's going to be positive yardage of about 9 out to the 38. Bring up a 2nd and 1.
Second down, a yard to go for the Golden Eagles. Continue to work well offensively here. It's been a good game for Tyrone tonight if you just tuned in. They're going to go 2-0 on the season. Lewistown coming up next week. High set for the Eagles. And the up back this time gets the call. See who that is, Barlett, I guess.
I think it's Josh Bradley.
40, Josh Bradley into the game for Tyrone. Josh is a junior running back and also a linebacker on defense. So Josh Bradley with the call this time for the first down. Fresh set of downs for Tyrone. That keeps the clock moving with 6:17 to go. First down from the Tyrone 40-yard line. Golden still in quarterback? Okay. Golden does hand it off inside. Run this time. Bradley again?
I think it is. I think that is Bradley, Josh Bradley again, or was it Tate?
Bradley again on the run. Just came into the game. Fresh feet for Tyrone. Yeah, some of my Legion fans started to pile up now finally. They stuck with it a long time, figuring their Bearcats did well coming back late in the first half. They thought maybe they could do the same in the second half, but it doesn't really look like they're going to be able to do that now with only 5:27 to go. 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain by Josh Bradley. And again, the eye set. Golden hands it off to the tailback. This time Tate. And Tate's across the 45 for a gain of a couple.
Number 30.
Oh, do we have yet another new runner in for Tyrone? Backfield, Josh Crowell. All right, only a sophomore, number 30. 5 minutes to go in the game. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 after a gain of 2 that time by Crowell. Yeah, we did have another Crowell played here several years ago as well, as I remember. Jason, I think it was, as a matter of fact, yeah. And go ball across the 45 to the 47. And officials timeout. No, Huntingdon. Tyrone timeout this time, so we'll take a break. Get back to our WTRN studios and take a 60-second timeout. 3rd down and 4 for Tyrone. Golden takes a snap, hands it off to Tate again. Tate this time hit at the line of scrimmage. Good play.
And it's going to be short of the first down, only about a no gain at the 46, and it's 4th and about 3.
And a punting situation for the Golden Eagles. Maybe one more chance here for the Bearcats to get something going. Bearcats do take a timeout, so we'll keep it here this time. So that should be an interesting game tomorrow. As we mentioned, Tyrone plays at Lewistown next week, try to make it 3-0, and the Bearcats will be on the road against the Raiders.
That's correct, Rich. And we got Ryhart back in punt formation for the Golden Eagles. 4:29 left in the 4th quarter. Your score is Tyrone 35, Huntington 13.
Nathan, just a freshman for the Golden Eagles. Here's a snap, and here's the kick. Taken at the 25. Shoemaker on the return this time. It's a 36, 37-yard line. So Bearcats take over, trailing in the game 35-13. Bearcats have your typical MAC schedule, as do the Golden Eagles. Play a lot of the same teams, despite being AAA. That does Tyrone. Of course, things should change next year. As heard rumors we could go to all AA next year, and the MAC, I think it will be history, as we understand, a new league form.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen there, Rich, but the MAC's been very prestigious for the Golden Eagles over the years.
Yeah, we had the Mountain League. We actually had the MAC only for, 2 or 3 years, so it was the Mountain League for many years before that, but who knows what's going to happen. The PIAA wants it to be like the WPIAL, we understand, like in Pittsburgh, instead of having leagues like that, to have, divisions and work it that way.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We'll see what happens. Shoemaker on the first down carry rolls around right end and picks up good yardage out to the 45, a gain of 9, but we got a flag.
Well, that's nothing new. Another face mask against Tyrone. Some of the Tyrone defenders are new defenders in there now from the second team with a big lead for Tyrone. Now Bobby Schweitzer over at East End Pizza, he said that Tyrone would win by at least 2 touchdowns, and I says, "Oh, Bobby, you're full of it," but he was correct. I was wrong. And the Golden Eagles look like they're going to have another really good team this year. If you know someone out of town, by the way, that would like to listen to the Tyrone games, all of the games will be on the internet again on the web at TyronePA.com, sponsored by Open Door Visions, computer services in downtown Tyrone. I want to thank them for providing the internet broadcast again this season. Fumble, Tyrone has recovered at the 45-yard line. Let's check on the number. Number 14 looks like for the Golden Eagles, Jason Reese on the recovery.